Whoa, I'm live. Oh, can anybody hear me? What's that song by Queen? Can anybody find me? Somebody to love. Greetings, universe. Zerk is here. Oh, people are here. Hey, Chris. Hey, Daniel. Carla, sweet talker. This is so strange. I'm doing a live chat all by myself. Greetings from the Philippines. Hey, Nikki, can you guys hear me okay? I'm like using my AirPods, which are highly recommended. Hey, Rami Depp, Kimberly, Mary Carmen, hello. Cinematoy, that's hilarious. Hey guys, yeah, I know AirPods are literally my life. I can walk about my day pulsing to the beat, chatting, and I'm I'll admit it, I'm an Apple fanatic. So I'll talk to Siri on my watch and we'll connect to my AirPods and it's usually reverse playing. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Greetings from New York. Yes. Hello everyone. Hi. I want to get reverse on the background, but I'm so extra. Hi, Zaki Poo. Hi, Hefe Son. How are the other members doing? Everyone's doing good. Everyone's doing really well. Honestly, 2019, I'm answering Sophia Gonzalez's question. 2019 is gonna be, well, I mean, every year, we develop, we grow, we learn so much, but there's just this energy around us right now, and what we're putting out into the universe is being I guess responded to, and I'm so excited for what this year has to bring. And look, we have people hi from Belize, greetings from Mexico City, hi from NYC, from Philippines. This is crazy. Kimberly Cruz, you better sorry, I shouldn't say you better be excited, but I'm excited for you. It is, yeah, 2 more days, guys. Season 2 of our Reverse Reacts series is coming out, and it's starting off with a bang. We'll be your Valentines on Valentine's Day, and we're doing EXO Love Shot. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everything is just so. I really badly want to show you. Do you? Can we carve out a piece of chat so that the other members of Reverse don't see don't see? And I want to show you a little sneak peek, but I won't do it. I can't. Yes, it is. It's Love Shot. Hi, cutie cat. So guys, what's the 411? This is really cool. I'm one-on-one live streaming with you guys. I'd like to get to know you. I don't know. Do you guys have questions for us, for me? Yes, Monroe, Third Street Games. Monroe and I do argue about Jackson, but Monroe is my sister, and she's the baby of the group, and she's beloved, and she has a motherfucking powerhouse of a voice, and she's so gorgeous. And I find everything about her is so empowering and so inspiring for everything that she represents. So honestly, I think Jackson's probably going to go for her anyhow. Let's be honest here. So I think my frustrations in the Reverse Reacts kind of episodes that you're referencing are just because I know that that's probably the reality of the situation. Cell.deeks, that was dance with an X. That's how I pronounce it. Yeah, it is going to be posted on Valentine's Day. I believe it will be released at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So click. If you live in a different time zone, nails, and do a quick Google search, figure out what time that is in your part of the world. Because Reverse, we go all around the world. We're here to rock with you. And if you're in a different time zone, you better be there like at the release because you will die. And like probably won't be able to go back to sleep. I can assure you that. So get your coffee ready for a very long day ahead. Alicia in Wonderland, have I been to Boston? Yeah, I'm actually, guys, I'm pretty blessed in that I've done a fair bit of traveling in my life. Been pretty much all over the States. I'm actually a US citizen, as well as a Canadian citizen, as well as a French citizen. So I don't think I'm supposed to or allowed to have three citizenships. So like, just keep that between us, between us. But yeah, so I've been there, and I actually just came back from the gym, hence my little tank top here. Yeah, I do have a Leon Devereaux. I have a triple citizenship. It's actually an interesting story how I have three. But I speak French, I speak English, and I also speak Arabic. And someone asked me who my bias is. So like one of the first few groups that well, I'll kind of answer two ways. One of my top groups that never changed, as well as my bias. But I'll get to my bias soon. But one of my top groups is ACE and continues to be until this day. And honestly, every single member in that group is my bias. But it sometimes throws me off when I see like older videos and newer videos and people added and people removed, which is crazy. And I really appreciate what they do as artists and like their strong dancing skills and stuff. Cutie cat, what was my favorite place to ever visit? I would actually say Prague. Prague in the Czech Republic. I think it's a beautiful city. And for those that don't know, Prague was the capital of the prior called, it was Constantinople of the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, Alicia in Wonderland, it's not too late, boo-boo. You can always learn. What's that program called? Rosetta Stone. You know, you can like practice. And sometimes they have like Rosetta Stone playing in washrooms. And they're like, I want to pee. J'ai besoin de uriner. Is that how you say pee in French? I think it is. Anyways, I'm such a space cadet. How did you learn Arabic? Well, Paki Raju 786. I'm kind of a mixed bag ethnically. I'm mostly Middle Eastern, actually, interestingly. I know, right? I'm such like I scream like like no sauce, like white boy. It takes me a lot to kind of get to pick up on dance moves and stuff, but I'm actually Middle Eastern. BJH's wife, teach me your ways. Okay, well, let me start with being a complete space cadet. You're going to have a big mouth and jaw so that you can, at times, just randomly stare into the distance and have an open mouth and drool on the side. You're also going to have to like speak like very like loud and with your hands and like spit everywhere and interrupt people and just be like, you know, like really attention deficit. And that's pretty much my way. That's how I operate. This is really fun. This is like really exciting. This is really exciting. Yeah, like your Italian professor, Leon. Leon, is it Leon or Leon? You are gonna have another live tomorrow. Let me check the deets. So we each wanted to do a live, guys, to I don't know, just kind of like have some one-on-one time. I think like we spend like each and every, you know, like moment as a group together, and like we're family, but you know, we thought perhaps we give you guys some one-on-one time and connect on some things that matter to, I guess, us as artists and us as people, and share a little bit about our stories. How did you meet the rest of the rIVerse members? So for those that don't know, we actually met on the set. I shouldn't say the set. It was a production of a musical theater show 5 points for someone who remembers what the name of that show was, and extra 5 points for someone who remembers um, who Zach played in the show. Um, I'll like come back to that one, and I'll let you guys kind of like do some guessing. Michael or fellow, I would say that am I a singer or a dancer? Well, you got to be both in rIVerse. We bring dance moves, we bring choreography. Well, those are the same thing. We bring like vocals and harmonies and having to like blend as a group. But I would say singing definitely comes more naturally to me, and like giving like looks and face. Um, so I have to work extra hard for my dancing. But the other members of rIVerse are very good teachers. Thanks, Martha B. Any new music coming soon? We're actually working on a new body of work, guys, but keep that on the down low. Actually, don't keep it on the down low. Get like really excited about it, like shout it from the mountaintops because it's dope. Oh, Oscar, that's so kind. Okay, so Alicia in Wonderland asked, what is my favorite color? Okay, so get this. So like I had this like really spiritual moment about a week ago or it wasn't a week ago, it was maybe like a month ago. And someone asked me like what was my favorite color, and to be honest, I've always kind of like made one up on the spot because I always felt like the pressure that I need to have a favorite color. And so I finally just answered like I have no favorite color, like every color, the spectrum is my color. And I just felt like so I'm going on a tangent, but I have these like weird thoughts, and it was okay. So a little bit of of a 411. I'm in a recovery program, and I know this is coming way out of left field, but I struggled with a lot of substance abuse issues. Uh, Drug and alcohol, and as well as eating disorders and like things like that. So today I kind of like have these like spiritual I think I live a little bit more spiritually today, and I look for different things. And so like I like connect to these like random things, like acknowledging that I don't have a favorite color, like living that fully. That's totally okay. You don't need to have a favorite color. I think a lot of what we kind of are grow how we are raised is very kind of there's boxes, there's lanes. You have a favorite color, you're he or she, you're typically you're straight narrowed, like you have to be heterosexual, and there's these like labels, right? And sometimes you can just be, you can just like breathe, take it in, and you can be, and you don't have to kind of like live into any of those labels. And especially kind of if any of them are I don't know, make you feel like smaller, like you can love who you want to love, you can be who you want to be, you can do what you want to do, and if anyone tells you differently, then they ain't the people for you. And I think a lot of that is what rIVerse is all about. So I know I'm going on many different tangents, but y'all are like asking some really good questions here. Leon asked, or Leon, how was your day? My day was good. I actually just finished from the gym class. Fitness has become a very big part of my life recently, and it helped me through some really dark times. So now I try to inspire others, and I actually teach some gym classes. So like every now and then, people come to Zach's class. I won't tell you what class, but I kind of secretly want you to come to my class. And it's been like so cool when someone's like, "Are you Zach from rIVerse?" I'm like, "Yeah." But I think health and wellness can come in many different forms, and for me, that form is kind of a fitness regimen and eating well and things like that. So, can we get like a tour? What do you want a tour of, Sana? I'm confused. Oh, an apartment tour. Sure. I'll give you an apartment tour. So you guys probably are familiar with this space that I am filming in, we rendezvous. I live kind of in central in the downtown. So it's, and I have a dance studio downstairs, so it's a little easy to rendezvous with my place. And my place is kind of like ground zero, if you will. Actually, ground zero has like a negative, wrong term, but you know what I'm trying to say. So behind me, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a little bit of. Let me shut off this light. There is a mural that I had basically commissioned, meaning I did not paint it. I'm artistic, but in different ways. And can you read it? It says freedom, but it's like it's not finished yet, and it's like sideways, and obviously that's like freedom from the shackles of, I guess, some of my prior issues. That's so funny. Leon's like Avengers HQ. Yes, we are the Avengers. Or we're like, what's it called? My favorite cartoon growing up, actually Sailor Moon was one of them. But wait, I'm not done my tour. It's a pretty teeny spot. Like everything, I'm giving you like the full 360. This is pretty much it. And then outside, I'm on the 34th floor. We are facing, what you are looking at is Toronto, Canada, and it's currently a winter storm. It's like really nasty out there. So whoever's in a pretty like dope, like warm ass place, step outside, enjoy the weather. You don't want to be here. I'm kidding, but I actually love Toronto. And Canada. I think I'll always kind of call it home. But I mean, among my many homes. But I'm ready to like get out into the world. Oh yeah. So I mean, that was as much of the tour as, I mean, you basically got the full visual. So yeah. So yeah, it's please react to TNT Boys in World Best. You know what? We have you just wait. You just wait. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with this next season coming up. And I'm going off on like so many tangents. So I just want to make it clear again, guys, tune in for season 2, the release starting off with EXO Love Shot. It is honestly like I get so like giggity inside when I watch some of our well, all of our own things. But this season 2 stuff is like you're gonna need like an Advil. Like you're gonna be so like shooketh after it. Wigs are gonna be like flying on ceiling fans. You're gonna be sweating. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, season 2 out on Valentine's Day. It's gonna be released at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let us know what you think. But we're starting off big. Like we're starting off with EXO Love Shot, which is like, first off, I love the song. Secondly, I love the group. They're such talented like people. Like I stan EXO, and so tune in and check it out. Yeah, so like I don't know. I wanted to like let you guys into, I guess, my personal life and answer some questions you might have and talk about you. Anyone like do anything like professionally that's like kind of interesting? I mean all professions are interesting, but I just find it like really cool that like we're connecting internationally. Like, you know what I mean? Like the internet ether is bringing us all together, and you're a lot of lives out there, and like we're like connecting from across the world. I think that's a magical thing. Cool. Photography, college student. What vocal range do I have? I'm a tenor. That answers your question. It's been a while since I've like vocal range tested myself, but like really cool, like really interesting. I recently like splurged, and I like bought some like at home like studio mics, and I bought like, so down over there is like a synthesizer, and so I've like been like playing on drum beats and stuff. And I want to like get back in touch with my writing, which I think I've kind of let go of recently. I shouldn't say recently, but in the past few years, as I was focusing on, I guess, some health matters that were more pressing at the time. Hi from Costa Rica. Greetings from Costa Rica. You are so genuine and amazing. Thanks, Priscilla. And Chris Monterosa. Customer service is becoming a thing here. I actually recently went to Costa Rica. I was in a place called Malpais. Does that make sense? It was like a really tiny town. My brother's big into surfing, and so like I went surfing with him. I'm all right. I can like get out there. I can get standing on my board, but like surfing's not for me. You know what I mean? I'm not a man of the ocean. Let's just put it that way. Yes, Santa Matoy. I have a brother. He's an older brother. Surfing GoPro footage. That would be like really embarrassing. Oh, that's really cute. That's really sweet. Thanks, Chris. Houston, Texas. Okay, I'm an accountant, says Priscilla. Priscilla, I wouldn't say that's not interesting at all. I mean, I think we can, I presumably you're passionate about what you do, and if you're not, then I mean, why are you doing it? I think even things that are seemingly mundane can inspire us. Like I don't know if anyone here knows, maybe Priscilla does, but I'm a chartered financial analyst. Whoa. I know Space Cadet Zak is a CFA. It's crazy, but I'm on the outside, and it genuinely kind of uh, like aloof and floaty with my thoughts. But when it comes to things like mathematics and business and calculus, I'm actually really good at that. I feel like this is a scene out of Mean Girls where she's like, calculus, like I'm actually really good at that. Uh, anyways, Mean Girls is my favorite movie. That's why I'm quoting it. But anyhow, Leon says Priscilla, you should help with money. Accountants have lots of power and ability. That's true. This is very true. Crystal's asking how was my experience in Korea. Honestly, I'm going to answer that in two ways. Firstly, Korea's awesome. And I was obsessed with the food. I was obsessed with the culture, how kind the people were, how kind of collaborative and selfless they were as a people. Like you better like bet your bottom dollar, bet your ass that like if there is like a senior that like walks onto the subway, like the whole area for the senior seating like clears out, even if there's like eight available senior spots and one senior person. It's just like the amount of respect that they have and the infrastructure that they have and the fried chicken that they have is like really good. Um, Other than that, my experience in Korea was really good while it lasted. Uh, I was really kind of like sad to have to leave early. There was a situation at home that I had to kind of like tend to. So it still kind of like sits with me inside that like I had to like leave my family and rIVerse, meaning my family equals rIVerse, kind of on this halfway unfinished journey for me and kind of like leave my brothers and sisters behind. And like, we've had situations before where we had to like perform with three members because someone was like, deathly sick or something, but it was more than just that. And, them having to perform with three people in like, Hongdae and like, it was just, I guess FOMO. But that sounds like really selfish. That like I was missing out on the action there, but it was also kind of just sadness that I wasn't also there to kind of see that through and be there to support them. But overall, I think the experience was magical. It was great to kind of see rIVerse kind of succeed in getting an idea from beginning to end, like seeing it through and planning for that and raising funds for it and getting there and having such magical moments. Everything from like, just sharing dinners together to performing in Hongdae was like pretty awesome. Dominic, you'll cook for me. So I'm called the Martha Stewart of the group. I'm like the person that like cooks meals and will make sure that you're properly fed and will bring snacks. And I'm very like maternal, I guess, or paternal. I like to take care of people, and I really enjoy cooking. Actually, one of the things I wanted to be when I grew up was believe it or not, a pastry chef, because I love to like bake desserts and stuff. Kimberly, was the language barrier a problem? No, not really. Um, at least, I mean, for me, there was like enough in body language to get by. Enough people surprisingly spoke English, I think, and Google Translate is like really cool and really useful. We could like point it at like menus, and it would like translate it for us on the spot. So that part wasn't bad. But I definitely agree with Cutie Cat. I want to tour Asia just to eat. Yes, yes. I love food of all sorts. All sorts. Doesn't matter. Just give it to me. Alicia. Yeah, I will say, Alicia in Wonderland, that you love them. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. Yes, Leon, you're not Martha Stewart, you're Anthony. He is fly. He's fly as hell. Yeah, that's really. I actually just recently watched that second season of Queer as Folk. He's cool. He's really cool. I don't understand what you mean, Sana Matoy. We're easily taken advantage of due to our kindness. Are you referencing? Are you referencing the Korean people, or I'm confused? Carla Vergara, do I have a favorite dish? This is really tough. I would have to say, um, so I like limit the like certain foods in my life, like, and they're usually like carb foods, like pasta. And one of my favorite pastas is called pasta carbonara, and the sauce is basically made with like cream and like egg yolks, so it's like really rich. And then all that it has is like bacon and pancetta, or that's just like Italian bacon, and it is like just like a rich, fatty, carby dish that I would like mop up, and I eat really fast, and I have a big mouth, so like just it would be like all over. And probably would have a side of chicken wings with very hot sauce. I love things extra spicy. And for dessert, a cheesecake. But like, not those like not like the air fluffy cheesecakes, like the really really dense, like I like like New York style, like ones that you really have to like push through with your forks. I love food, can you tell? I actually, when I was growing up, all I used to watch was the Food Network, and like just like watch. And this is like before Food Network became about like live competitions and stuff. I mean, not that it's bad now or anything, but like I would just watch the Barefoot Contessa cook, and that would please me. And in fact, before I would go to bed, I would like turn down the volume, but like keep the TV on, because I like to like fall asleep to a little bit of like, just gentle like lullabies of like, okay, now we're going to turn the piece of chicken and put it to a light simmer. And for some reason that would put me to bed. I'm like pretty strange. So if you didn't really couldn't tell that already. So yeah. I don't know what mukbang is. Can you tell me? Um, Jenna Terrace, you're from Brazil. Brazil is a place that I have not been yet, and I would love to go to. It's actually kind of South America's on my hit, like the top of my pecking order in terms of places I'd like to visit next. But music genre, that's my favorite. That's an interesting question. Um, I'm more, or I grew up listening to, or my musical inspirations are more from the rock kind of ska, um, ska punk rock I guess influences. So bands like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, bands like Sublime, if you guys know who those are, or like Streetlight Manifesto, or like Real Big Fish. And it's even funny because like today, even today when I play the guitar, like I play things on like the offbeat, like boom, bap, 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 and like rIVerse makes fun of me all the time. But I guess I get that from like the ska influence, and I also like was in a ska band when I was in high school, and I I was both the singer as well as like played trumpet in the group, because ska music usually has like a brass section. Um, so yeah, yeah, guys, life was like I've done some things in my life. Come to Chile. I'd love to come to Chile. Um, can I sing a little? Yeah, I can sing a little. I'm gonna like really, really quickly just blow my nose, which is like really gross. So I'm. Oh God, I put that on mute, and I like really hope the mute worked. Um, it's cold here, guys. I'm in Canada, and it's like ice storming. So like let the waterways flow. And plus, I have a humidifier now at home, so like it keeps everything moist. Vous connaissez Trio? No, I've never. I'm gonna write that down. I'm always looking for nice, cool ska music. Trio, thanks for the suggestion. Sing Ariana Grande, God is a Woman. I'll leave the Ariana Grande. I'll leave that to Monroe. She is the best. Sing whatever you want. It's been so long since I've sung without rIVerse. I'm like really hoarse. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But wait, what is mukbang? I just really want to know what mukbang is. What is mukbang? Someone answer, what is mukbang? It's where you eat food and talk about random things. So that kind of sums up who I am as a person. Um, so I'm always eating, and I'm typically chewing really loudly. In fact, our get to know rIVerse videos, they summed it up like pretty well. I'm always like crunching really loudly, and then I eat really fast. So like, and then I go, and then I choke, and then I have to like guzzle water, and then like immediately after I have to pee. Luna Voon, I would say, unif- uh, I play three instruments, or I've played in my life the flute, or four: the flute, the trumpet, piano, and guitar. I would say guitar I'm self-taught, and I really only learned chords to just like accompany myself while I sing. I would say I'm most fluent as a musical language with the piano. So yeah, it's been a while since I've played trumpet, but there's so many things I want to do, so little time. I really wanted to like pick up the trumpet again. Um, but you sound beautiful. I'm going to sing. I forget what the chords are. Uh, Drinking for a living, that's just what I'll do. When I'm not with you. What's the chord? No, it's F. No. God damn it, what's the chord? This sucks. That's where it is. I wanna know what you're feeling if you're feeling alone. I wanna hear if you still care. And the last time I remember you was the last time I wasn't scared. When the light starts fading and the morning arrives, I wanna still feel you around. Will you creep into my head again and pick me up off the ground once more? And tell me what you're fighting for. Um, Thank you guys. I kind of sounded very mashup, but I appreciate the compliments. We should like have like one-on-one jam sessions. Jam with Zach. That'd be like really cute. One of the first few songs that I learned to play was, can anyone guess what this song is just by the chords? When does it go after that? But it's a song that's like, now that I lost everything to you, then you want to start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving. Anyone know that song? Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. So yeah, guys, I feel like I need to accomplish something here. I feel like I need to refocus. I need to. So I have attention deficit disorder. For people that don't know, and what did I come here today to discuss? Well, I wanted you guys to get a chance to, I guess, ask me questions, get a sense of like who I am, and I guess more on a personal level, perhaps even as an artist, and also just talk about our upcoming stuff because it's really good stuff. Like we have our Love Shot and season 2 release coming up on Valentine's Day. There's some like new crazy like music videos and like other cool content that we're putting together that is like awesome, and that's you just got to stay tuned. rIVerse, like Diz, Khadija, myself, and Monroe, we're a family, and I guess I'm so grateful these days. Or I'm like, it's so blessed. Like we're so like honestly honored and humbled that we're now just able to kind of like we have like the Ivy League. We have a family that we're able to share our message with, and that's really what it boils down to for us, and that's really what kind of drives us and what keeps us passionate. That message of like self-acceptance, and we've all kind of gone through our own struggles in our own different ways. I mean, you can see visually that like we're a very diverse group, but even kind of like the things we've faced as people are also not necessarily things that you might kind of get a sense of by looking at us visually alone. So we're really here to just like, let the world know that if you don't fit the mold, and I was going on a kind of a tangent with this before, but if you don't fit the mold, like don't let someone define what the mold is for you. Like screw them. Like who was it that said an accountant? Like accountants are like, they said it's boring and things like that. Well, it's only boring if like you want to make it boring. I think there's, you can be passionate about everything. I think you can be a plus size woman and rock the stage. And I think you can, be homosexual and or identify just differently, or be gender fluid, or be from a different, background or creed or socioeconomic status. And like, we don't have to be limited or constrained by what the world puts onto us. And I believe that firmly. And I really, really get sad when I see people who don't fully, I guess, see their full potential, don't value themselves, don't look in the mirror and like what they see. Because it's only a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like it's like be the person you want to be the change you want to be, and don't let someone else kind of define who that is. Um, I guess I just grew up in a kind of a tumultuous relationship with my mother, and like my coming out and what I wanted to be growing up was very out of line with the traditional Middle Eastern way of you're either a doctor or a lawyer or like an engineer, or like you're not worth the ground you're standing on, basically. Um, so like I had to fight to kind of pursue things that were not conventionally or socially accepted. Um, not only in terms of what I was passionate about in the arts, but also in terms of my sexuality. Also, I was kicked out of home when I was in high school, 16 years old, and I thankfully I had a very good friend and her dear mother that kind of took me in. But struggles are real, y'all. I mean, today my mom and I are very close, but there was a point in time where that wasn't the case. So I'm just saying, if you feel like you're alone in the struggle, or if you feel like you don't want to, go on another day, or you just can't handle it anymore, I think it's really important to reach out to people around you. And if you feel like you don't have people to reach out to, I can tell you you're wrong. I can tell you there are people around us that we don't sometimes acknowledge or appreciate, that like we care about each other. We're innately passionate humans, and we're here like having each other's backs. And you'd be surprised if you were to like open up to someone about some of the struggles you might be facing, how responsive like they'd be, and how much they'd actually genuinely care. um yeah, like I'm in a 12-step program, and one of the for my addiction issues, which is just kind of like one of the things I've been working on recently. And when I say like recently, like I'm now kind of like clean and sober for about a year. Um, but one of the major things of kind of getting better and finding spirit like alternatives to a path of darkness is reaching out to your fellows, like reaching out to the people around you. Because if you kind of keep it inside of you, it's just going to like grow and bubble, and just going to lead you down the same dark path, right? And so if you feel like you've had enough of that, and you're wanting to look to alternatives, then look no different than the people around you, or look no elsewhere, I guess. Yeah, that's not a sentence, that doesn't make sense, but anyways, I think you get the point. So yeah, take a break from everything. Luna Vane says, take a deep breath and then think why I'm doing whatever I'm doing, or why I'm with certain people. That's exactly, I think, a good approach. Sometimes just meditating on a struggle you're facing, and just you don't if you're feel like you have to come up with an answer right away, you don't. You can sleep on it, you can meditate on it, you can let the answers come to you, you can evaluate. There's not often a very clear cut solution to things. um, yeah, college. Dominic says college is probably one of the best experiences of life, and I'm still in high school. I wouldn't, Dominic. I wouldn't place college on so high a pedestal. I mean, college is a great experience. I went to university, and I loved it. But like, as much as I can reflect back on how great those years were, I was also dealing with eating disorders and depression at various times, and like, they were still pretty dark times. But what was great about it was I was kind of old enough to kind of experience things independently. Or when I eat when I'm stressed too, hun. That makes two of us. And no, the only reason I mentioned that, Dominic, is if you kind of like build it up too high, you know, just be in the moment, get there. and I'm sure you're gonna love it, and I'm sure you're totally spot on for being excited for it. But I'm just saying, live in the present because you'll miss your high school days. But believe me, I like miss being in like grade 10. I had some like really fun times. So just like live in the moment. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm like babbling like a baboon. I don't even know what I've covered, what I've talked about. I've did I yes, I sang something. I talked about a release. I talked a little bit about me. Yes, I can sing something else on the guitar. Sure. What do I know to play? Because it's been a while since I picked up this guitar. In fact, I don't even know if it's in tune. Um, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? I know. Does anyone know Sublime? Anybody? Thank you, Sana. Yeah, okay. That makes me feel better that I've covered some important things that I don't quite remember. Uh, I think that's it. No? There you go. I remember the chorus now. When you grab a hold of me, tell me that I'll never be set free. Well, I'm a parasite. Creep and crawl, I step into the night. 2 pints of booze. Hey, tell me, are you a bad fish too? Are you a bad fish too? But ain't got no corals with God. Ain't got no time to get old. And Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this grief? That was a song called Bad Fish by Sublime. As you can tell, I haven't played guitar in a while, so please do not judge. And I think that's a good way to cap it all off. Yeah. Guys, I really enjoyed this. Thanks for joining, for being attentive, for like being part of the Ivy League. None of this exists without you, honestly. It's like so hard to believe that just a year ago, we didn't know any of you and none of you knew us, and like it's so crazy that like this we're on this journey together. So keep tuning in, keep commenting, keep sharing. We see it all. We like see it all. We love it all. We love you all. And yeah. For anyone out there that's struggling, for anyone there that feels unloved or not deserving of love, you are deserving of that love. But in the words of RuPaul, how are you going to love somebody else if you can't love yourself? There's a wonderful, wonderful poem called, there's 2 versions of it, The Man in the Mirror or The Woman in the Mirror or The Girl in the Mirror. It's a poem that we read in my 12-step program, and I think it will touch a lot of you. And it's basically about being happy with what you see in the mirror, and that being the first step before you can really accomplish anything else. And I can say that today I am comfortable in my skin. And I don't mean like aesthetically. I mean, just proud and confident of who I am as a person. And know that I live a fully honest, transparent life, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of the those around me, and I'm proud that I have you in my life. So thanks, Dominic. Thanks, Thiago. I want to come to Brazil so badly. Sana, thank you so much. Leon as well. Thank you to everyone who joined. I love you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye. How do I end this? Awkward.